Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Nathaniel Crawford, and I am your real estate reboot coach. So, for today's session, what we're going to start off with is really something I believe is pretty foundational to your real estate life. Before we get into the tactics, so the how, we want to cover your why. And if you don't have a why, my goal in this presentation is to help you uh, learn about some tools and some resources to help you learn what that why is and how to focus on it. Okay. So as you can see here, the big question is, what is the meaning of my real estate life? And one of my favorite quotes you see there is, there are things that happen around us and things that happen to us, but the most important things happen within us. So where do I want to go and how do I want to get there? The purpose of this program is to provide you with a foundation of tools and resources you can use to grow your business without losing sight of what is important to you. We will start with broad life questions with the goal of narrowing down those broad life questions to specific actionable goals. The questions that we're going to start with today are, what does my ideal life look like? What does your ideal life look like? What parts of my life am I happy with now? What parts of my life do I want to change? And what does that change look like? Okay. So, first question, what does my ideal life look like? So really take a moment and think about, if you could build your life, what does that ideal life look like? What type of life are you working towards? When you first started your real estate career, what were your reasons for that? What type of life did you have in mind that frames sort of your real estate goals? Learning wise, what new skills and experiences would you like to have? What does that ideal life include from a learning perspective? Contributions to society, what social issues are you passionate about? So is homelessness or education or the ecology, global warming, what is important to you? Saving our environment, affordable housing, what contribution to society do you want to make? Which one of those social issues are you passionate about and really want to address? Control. What aspects of your life would you like to have more control over? Would you like to have more free time? Would you like to have more control over what you do while you're at work, or where you work, or the people you work with? What aspects of your personal, professional, social life, what aspects of your life would you like to have more control over? And power. Power in the sense of leadership. What leadership roles would you step into if you could? What would you, from a social perspective, from a family perspective, from a professional perspective, what leadership roles would be part of your ideal life? So these are things that really have to sort of take a step back and go into your journal and write them down, so you have a visual representation of that. What are your learning goals? What's your contribution to society? What control goals do you have, and what power goals, what leadership goals do you have in this ideal life that you're building? Okay, I have a very cool, what I believe to be a very cool video here that I want to share with you that I believe is extremely powerful, by a gentleman by the name of Derek Sivers. It's very, very good. Take a look.
No, yes. Either hell yeah or no. You can use this same rule on yourself if you're often overcommitted or too scattered. If you're not saying hell yeah about something, say no. When deciding whether to do something, if you feel anything less than, wow, that would be amazing, absolutely, hell yeah, then say no. When you say no to most things, you leave room in your life to throw yourself completely into that rare thing that makes you say hell yeah. Every event you get invited to, every request to start a new project, if you're not saying hell yeah about it, say no. We're all busy. We've all taken on too much. Saying yes to less is the way out.
So, what parts of your life do you want to change? Saying no can be difficult. It can be very, very hard, but it's a very important part of having healthy relationships and an overall sense of focus and well-being. It is helpful to remember that when you say no to things that you are not passionate about or that are not in line with your goals, it frees up your time and mind to focus on things that truly energize you and excite you. You move closer to your goals. So as Derek Sivers said, if it's not a hell yeah, if you're not super excited about it, if it's not something that you're really, really passionate about, you should probably say no. If it's not going to get you where you are trying to be, if it's not in line with your goals, you should probably say no. And those are things that as you get better at saying no, of course this isn't easy. You got to work out that no muscle. So it's not going to be easy, but as you get into the habit of learning to say no to things that you're not passionate about or that are not in line with your goals, you'll find that you have more time to focus on the things that you are passionate about and that are in line with your goals. So we touched on what that ideal life looks like. What things do you want to change? Here we're going to go over a couple things that talk about, well, what does that change look like? When you implement that change, what does your new day look like? What does your new circle of friends look like? What does your book of business look like? Who are your clients? Where are they coming from? Do these changes change those places? And if they do, then you got to spend some time visualizing on what those changes look like. In the Real Estate Reboot private Facebook group, we have some really cool tips and tricks there about some really, really interesting ways, some very creative ways to resources to really help you dig into some of these premises. Okay, and along that line, your assignment for this one is complete what is the meaning of my real estate life in your real estate journal. So the exercises that we discussed here outline those things. Put pen to paper and put them on your real estate journal. Keep them somewhere you can see it so you can look at it and really digest what it means to you. Don't just sort of scribble it down. Take some time, evaluate where you are and where you want to go, and put that on paper. Okay? All right. Until we meet again, Real Estate Reboot. Let's talk real estate.